The high school transcript is the one where there's some detail. So let's talk about this one. Fill in the basic stuff, just clicking in the cell and entering. I will note that cells B, C, and D are going to be hidden, so you don't want to enter things into B, C, and D up in these upper sections. We do record information in them for the entry of the grades. The file we're looking at has the grades entered. So here we have an English, and we got an A first semester, A second semester, 10 credit class. I'm going to go ahead and just change this. Let's turn that first A into a B. I hit enter, and we notice that it just changed the GPA. Let's look at that again. Let's try moving it down to a C. And notice the GPA dropped from the 3.61 to 3.49. Okay, so this sheet is designed to automatically update your credits and your GPA. Most classes are 5 credits per semester. That's 1 hour each day for 5 hours in a week. That's how the credits are counted. I put some other ones in here just to demonstrate that it'll accommodate credits that are not based on 10. For example, social science here, it was only done in first semester, so it's a 5 credit total. Okay, that covers that. Notice there's some little X marks here in the H in the AP and in the subject. Let's look at this. Subject has a code, and I put the code for the subject in the directions tab. So back here in the directions, if you're looking at directions for the high school transcript, we need to put in the code. The reason we put the code into the high school transcript is that we are calculating academic GPAs versus non-academic, where the academic GPA is grades 10 through 12, and the non-academic, just the total, is 9 to 12. And the academic GPA only uses English, math, social science, and natural sciences courses. So typing in the code allows it to properly compute the academic GPA as well as tabulate the number of credits that your student has completed. So for example, I've got 40 credits here in English. If I come back up to that 10 credit English course, let's eliminate it. I'm just going to delete that, and I'll leave the grades there for a moment. I'm taking out the credits. By taking out those units, it raised the GPA. So I'm going to take those out. So I've eliminated the course. And let's see. Notice that credits complete went down to 30. Okay. The other thing I would like you to notice is if I don't put an NA in there, then the final GPA computation shows an error. And I've set it up so that we need to see something inside of each cell. And if there's not a grade, we put in NA. When your administrator finally prints this off, those will be removed for the purpose of printing. But for record keeping, we're going to keep NAs in there. Next, some courses are honors, and those add to the GPA weight. If the course is an honors course, then put a little X. This is a lowercase x on your keyboard into the slot. Please note, if I delete this X, that the GPA drops. Okay, so this math was an honors course, and we indicate that on the transcript by putting a plus sign after the name of the course. If it was a college course that also adds to the GPA weight, then we put an asterisk by it here and an X in the AP column. Advanced placement courses are also considered for these stars. So again, I'm going to delete the X. Notice that it drops the GPA. If I put it back, it raises the GPA back. Okay, that covers the key things about the transcript. Notice that there's some space down at the bottom. Put in your SAT scores. Those are very important for college counselors to consider when looking at a homeschooler's transcript. So you want to be sure and do the SAT if your student is going to be going to college in California anyway. And then there's space for volunteer hours or other possible things. This transcript will print on 2 pages. And just so you can see what it's going to look like, to print, ultimately, we need to hide. I've just clicked on B, and then I'm highlighting B, C, and D. Then I'm going to right click on them, and I'm going to click hide columns B through D, and they disappear from view. Same thing over here with J, K, and L. So right clicking here, hide J through L. Notice it disappears. None of the grades or any of the key information you need disappear, but just the bookkeeping part. Now we're ready to do a print, and I'm going to go ahead and just click print as it's set up. Let's see. Yeah, we would need no grid lines. So looking at my menu here, you'll see that we have a 2-page transcript, and this actually went over a little bit. Looks like we've added to it. This will be fixed on the version that you receive. And at any rate, when your administrator prints the final version for your graduate, it will be cleaned up. But this is a way that you could generate the document for yourself. Okay, so I cancel out of there, and this is what we have. So if you have any questions, please contact your administrator, and thank you for using our Google template.